Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US, and I'm here to bring you our live paper crafting class that I do each week at 11 a.m. Central Time. Today is Wednesday, November 20th, 2024, as I'm coming to you live, and I'm so glad that you joined. So thank you, all of you who are chiming in on the live comments. This is fun. A big welcome to all of you, and especially returning viewers, new viewers, and my channel members and my super fans and supporters. Thank you so much. I also want to give a shout out to Lisa Marshall on Facebook and Trisha Josephs on YouTube. They are my moderators. They're here to answer questions, to help you along, to guide you, to make sure that you know what's happening today. So if you have questions, reach out to them. In this video, we're going to be altering a kit. Yay, it's that time. It's a little earlier in the month than I tend to do it. Usually it's like the 21st, 22nd, or 23rd. Today is the 20th, but I've worked really hard to create with this kit once I got it in my hands. This is a challenging kit. I've been seeing the comments roll in, not only on this live, but we have people on the Paper Pumpkin fan club and just my own personal subscribers. They're like, okay, what if I don't want to do stockings? So I went back. What I did is I did a little research. I went back to some previous kits. There was a kit that we used to have a while back that had stockings in it. And so a lot of my ideas are offshoots of that for this video. And then I have another idea that Teresa Glow, my assistant, helped me to brainstorm that I'll be sharing again later on. So I usually share a couple times publicly with my Paper Pumpkin alternates, and then I share alternate project ideas in this group called the Paper Pumpkin Creatives, and we do exclusives for our subscribers and team members. So just in case you're interested. But there's lots of ideas out there. If you haven't Googled ideas, let's say the stockings just aren't your thing. If you haven't Googled the kit yet or looked on Pinterest, join the Paper Pumpkin fan club on Facebook. It is a great way to get a ton of ideas. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to share my first set of alternates. The kit is called November 2024 Filled with Joy Paper Pumpkin Kit. I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. So, and if you, let's see here, if you have any of the, if you like any of the ideas that I'm sharing with you and you want to purchase any of the extra products that I'm using, I do have links to those products, most of them, in the description of my video on YouTube. I'll transfer that description over to Facebook. Because I was hurrying to get these projects done, my blog post isn't quite ready to go yet, so give me a few more hours today. I'm hoping it will go live by 3 p.m. Central Time, if not earlier. So I have to still add photos and descriptions and all that stuff, but I've created and I'm ready to do the video. If you have not ever started a Paper Pumpkin subscription before, you don't have one, I encourage you to give it a try. Now, this is a unique kit, so don't judge them all on this kit. This one's quite different. Normally they are cards, but I hope that you enjoy what I have to share today. Okay, let's go down to the desktop and check it out. Oh, and I have to set up my table because it is a little wonky here. We're going to tape something in place if that's okay with you guys. Okay, let me put this in place here. I like to have my grid paper because it kind of gives me a focal point as to where to place things on my table. So that was the one thing I didn't have ready. Okay, here we go. So this is the kit. This is the amazing, unique kit called Filled with Joy. Every kit comes with a pamphlet that has visual descriptions on how to put together the projects. This kit includes all the supplies that you would need to make 8 cute, adorable stockings. There's tags, there's little clips for the tags, there's stamps, there's ink. There's even a listing of coordinating colors, a QR code for seeing how Stampin' Up! Puts the kit together. And this little window right here of imagery, this is a set of dies that is meant to coordinate with the kits for October, November, and December. So the one in particular that goes with this one is the tag, but you can use really any of them. We will be showing those. So this is what you get in the kit. You got your stockings, you got your tag bases, you have your little tag accent pieces, and a stamp set, ink, adhesives, and the clips. The extra little ornaments that come in here, there are actually 9 of them, even though I think there are 9. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's more. There's 12 of them. Even though you have 8 stockings, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, you have 12. So you actually have like 4 extra ornaments that you can punch out and use. But the toppers for the ornaments, I think that's where you have, yeah, you have just 9. So I'm going to show you another die that you could use for doing your toppers, extra toppers for those. The, let's see here. I'm just going to grab, oh, I'm going to take these out too here. The stamps, when you get your first paper pumpkin kit ever, you get a clear block that comes with the kit. It's flat. It's kind of like this. It is this. It's this one. It's like this, right? But I like to use the ones that are great for fingers. You know, they fit they're ergonomics, so you can hold them more comfortably. And I'll be using blocks B and C during the video. So most of the stamps in this one are a little bit smaller, so you don't necessarily even need your D block for it. I'll also be substituting the small little ink pad that comes in the kit, and these are so cute and handy, great for traveling, but I'll be using the larger ink pad. And then as far as adhesives go, because we're doing alternates, this does come with little mini dimensionals and some glue dots, but you're gonna need lots more adhesive if you're wanting to do some alternates with it. So I have all of those goodies right here. I'm going to be using like multi-purpose liquid glue that I've put into a precision tip bottle, bigger dimensionals, seal adhesive, that sort of thing. Alrighty. So if you're interested, after you're watching this video, to get a subscription, you can follow the link. There's a link in my blog description, or my YouTube video description. Again, it'll transfer over to Facebook. But yes, you can click on that link and subscribe. Now, if you're a demonstrator, you're going to be subscribing through yourself automatically. That's just the way it is. If you have a demonstrator, subscribe through them. Okay, let's start with the box. So the box itself can be used. A lot of people don't think about this. You can either, you know, like turn the box around and fold it this way to make it into a gift box and decorate it completely that way. Or you can leave it this way, cover up the front and make it into a gift box. Or as Jennifer Smith, one of my co-creators in the Paper Pumpkin Creatives team, said, you can actually die cut from it. So I did, but I used my scratchy plate on the top. And so you can see a little bit of texture now from my plate. But she took and did some really cool die cutting on the box for her exclusive project. You're gonna love it if you're one of my subscribers or team members. So what I did is I took the sides here, and I'm gonna go ahead and trim one of these out so you can see. I took the side and thought, well, these little guys here, these little ornaments would make great little accent pieces, because you only get 8 base tags with your kit. And if you're going to do lots more projects and you want to use, you know, extra tags, you can create them from this and like use a die of some sort. I use this one here, and I die cut the little ornaments out. You could use the squares, the circles, the banners. You could cut from the box design itself if you wanted to have some really cool stuff there. You'll see that on a project in just a second here. Okay, another thing that I wanted to point out before we start is that there are a set of coordinating dies. These are the Merry Tags and More dies. This one says Merry. This is a little branch of leaves, and then we have the big tag. So this is where you can make the extra toppers on your ornaments. Let me share that with you first, and then we'll start getting into the projects. So I'm going to bring in my machine. This is our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and it does everything. So I'm going to use the base plate number 1, die adapter plate number 2, scratchy plate on the bottom, and then a smoother plate on top. We're going to trim into some gold foil. So gold foil sheets are a great extra little thing to have on hand. We're going to turn the cutting part of our die down and expose about 1/8 of an inch below the rounded portion here. So you see we've got about 1/8 of an inch showing right in this section here. I'm going to just put that down, and I could post-it note it. I can do this to keep it in place. So now we'll take our other mat, our cutting mat, and we'll put that on top, and we'll feed it through with the handle. Thank you, Michelle. How are you today? It's snowing here in Minnesota, you guys. I saw a lot of you from Minnesota saying that we do have snow. All right, so this is what you come up with. You come up with this fun little piece here. Now what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to trim it to fit onto the extra ornaments, because remember, you get the extra ornaments. So move this over. We'll bring in one of the ornaments from the kit. And it really doesn't matter which one, but again, you get 12 ornaments and you only have 8 stockings, and you only have 9 toppers. So two of the ornaments are not going to have toppers. If you want to add an extra topper, use the Mary Tags and More dies. I'm going to zoom in just a bit here. And what you do is you take and cut it about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. I cut it too close on my first one. You'll see that in the finished sample. But you can go a little further out, and it's just a little straight cut. We can handle that, right? Then you take and put the glue dots from the kit. I'm just going to take one off of my sheet over here with my scissors. I just grabbed it with the scissors. See, like that. Okay, so I took a glue dot from the kit, and I'm going to add half of it to the top of the ornament. I'm going to peel off the backing, and then I'm going to fold over the other half. Then I'll just take this and add that like so. You can also use glue. I've done glue on them. So that's how you can add your little ornament topper. Really cute, right? Okay, let me share some projects with you. Let's do the first one. Okay, the first one is made from a stocking. Yay! What are we gonna do with the stockings? Okay, so this is one of my favorite ideas from back when we had the other stocking kit. I took and trimmed it. Now, you may want to actually fold up the bottom first, and I think I actually overlapped. Yeah, I tucked this in so I had a little more of a thicker kind of feel to this. Okay, so I folded over the sewn edge, the hemmed edge, and excuse me. Oh my gosh, I need water, you guys. Hang on just a minute. Okay. Oh, that's much better. Now you're going to take this and you're going to cinch up here, and you're going to estimate, and you're going to trim. We're just going to trim. Oh my gosh, what is she doing? Yeah, this can be for whatever, I don't know. Sewers, you can think of something for that. But now we have all of this, and we can round out a little bit, round off those corners a little bit. The stitching may come undone, but this is just a quick little gift for somebody. Okay, and then you're going to cinch it together, and you're going to tie on some twine. Where's my linen thread? Here it is, my linen thread. So I'm going to grab, oh, there we go. Oh no, that's the end. Oh, did I grab from a wrong place, you guys? That's crazy. I might have to grab a different linen thread. Hang on. How about this one? Because that's what happens during a live. You never get the thread, or something acts up. This is a scissors that we had a long time ago. They were called craft scissors. But as long as you keep one of your paper snips sharp, you should be able to cut along that fabric. So then you take and you cinch this all together. You determine what is the front and what is the back. I've determined that this is going to be the front, and so I'm making these little red seams here go towards the back like that. And then I'm taking my twine and I'm starting in the back, and I'm doing kind of a wrap around. A couple times here. I'll do it one more time. And then I'm going to tie it. Do you know what it is? Do you guys know what this is? Already you should, right? If you don't, that's okay. No pressure. It is. Virginia, you're correct. Love it. She guessed it. If you're on YouTube, you can see her guess. Okay, so this was one of my favorite little projects to make. It's just turning a stocking into a hat, right? So then you can take and you can put that hat on. Oh gosh, here, let me grab this. Let's say you want to give somebody a Coca-Cola and a chocolate. Okay, you could stick a chocolate up inside there, put this on top. Well, I guess the chocolate might not fit unless you have a really tall hat, but put this on top like that and you've got a hat on your Coca-Cola. They might not know it's a hat. That's okay. Let's try another one. Let's try Ghirardelli chocolates. So I found some chocolates yesterday at Target, and these are like the perfect red color. They are the hot, let's see here, milk chocolate peppermint hot cocoa. So you put a few in first, okay? And then once you have a few of them in, you adjust your little brim of your hat, and then you can probably stick a fourth one in there. I was able to get 4 in my finished sample. Yes, it's working. It's going. And then you can take and put like the flaps of your chocolate in 2 different directions so they kind of act as feet. And then your hat stands up. Okay, so you can give it to somebody on a table. It could be a place setting even, right? You could even take and color your twine with a Poppy Parade Blends marker, because that's this red color here. So if you wanted to, you could color your twine so it's a reddish color. Another thought is, what else we have? Oh, these cute little guys from Target. So I got these at Target. They're little reindeer, little Rudolph reindeer cocoa treats, right? I did link them to Target, but I know that some of you don't have access to that store, but you could create them. I'm sure that somewhere there's some pointed bags. We used to actually have them in a paper pumpkin pass kit. So you take a pointed bag, you put a little red nose candy at the inside, stuff it with your hot cocoa and your marshmallows, put some little googly eyes on it or something, right? And so that, let's try a different hat here. This hat could be a longer hat because you see how long this is? So now let's just take and fold this up this way. I'm not going to worry about making it real thick on the brim here because we've got to fit it around this whole Rudolph's head here. Because it's marshmallows and cocoa, you just squish it. So this is a fun one, right? Especially if you live in snowy areas. Now it doesn't look too much like a hat yet until you take and you pinch the end and you tie it with more of the twine. So you can take and add more of this, okay, and tie it right here. You could even put like a little jingle bell on there if you wanted to. And then if it's not hanging down and attaching, you put a glue dot here and stick it against the side of the hat. So it's going to look like this. All right. So let me show you, I'm going to show you one more thing and then I'll show you the finished examples of both of these. So we have one tag that we did with an extra little die that we're going to be using in a minute. We have a tag that we cut from, we cut one from our box with our dies. I just demonstrated how to use dies, a different set of dies, but you can do that with the circle die. And then we have just the simple task of stamping, which some of you, I'm not sure if all of you know how to stamp because you could be beginners. So let's just demonstrate that really quickly. You're going to punch out these pieces. You're going to take and remove the centers. You're going to attach, just like I shared with you, with the glue dots, or you can take and use multi-purpose liquid glue. That's this stuff here. And I just put it into a precision tip bottle so it's easier for me to get a nice thin line. So I added a thin line there. And then I'm going to add this on top and let it sit for a while. And that is another way of adding the toppers on the tags, okay, or the toppers on the ornaments. Okay, so and stamping. I forgot to show you the stamping. So flip it over. You're going to take your stamps, and I think on this one I used, yep, that one. We're going to use this one. This is my favorite one. It says filled with joy. It's perfect. Okay, so you're going to ink it up. Little taps, tiny taps, and then you're going to see through, because you can with clear stamps, you're going to see through and center it. and press it down firmly without rocking. And now you have your stamp on the back of your ornament. And this is what I came up with for the first two projects, okay? This is the hat bag, okay? It's got a little tag on it from the box, to from on the back, and it's got a little clip in here holding it through the twine, which I have colored with the Blends marker. I didn't color it all the way. I only colored it like once. I just kind of went across it, so it still had some like earthy color to it, which is what the bags are. They're kind of an earthy color, right? So that's a simple little treat that you can gift at the holidays, place settings, that sort of thing. It's a little tiny hat. And then for the taller hat on this guy here, I used one of our tags, and this is my finished little Rudolph hat. Let me zoom out a bit here. So he looks like that with his extra little tag on there, filled with joy. And yeah, so another fun treat idea for the holidays if you don't want to do stockings. The stockings, by the way, are super adorable. We don't always have to do alternates with our kits. We can take and make stockings with them. So, but let's move on. Let me grab some stuff back here. Okay, another idea, and this is from a while back. These fun cups, they are 4-ounce coffee cups that you can get on the internet. You can shop for them. I don't know if they're sold in stores, but Amazon has these. I've linked them to an Amazon link. They're just little 4-ounce coffee cups. They're so cute. A lot of demonstrators a while back were like on this kick, and we were making all kinds of little mini coffee cup things for a while. So these K-cups fit in there really nicely, and there's actually quite a lot of room if you wanted to add like some chocolates on top or something. So you can take and decorate this up with maybe some googly eyes. Okay, I just have a collection of random ones, so I didn't link those, but you just look up googly eyes on Amazon or wherever, and you can take and stick them on. If they're self-stick, you could stick them on with mini glue dots instead. And then you can create this face. And I've tipped it this way, upside down, because this is narrower at the top, and you can actually fit, let me grab another stocking here. You can, even with it folded here, you can fit this on top. At least I think you can. I thought we could do it. Yes, see? It's doing it. So there you go. You can take and make little hats on those guys and have faces on them so that people aren't going, what is that? Is that a hat? Well, now you know it's a hat because there's a face underneath it. So you could do that. Okay, keeping the googly eye idea here. Let's do another one here. Okay, so I'm going to bring in an idea that I got from another person when I was sharing those bags back a while back. Let me grab the link here. I want to make sure I'm telling you the right person's name here. Giving her credit. Her name is Beverly Morales. She shared in the Paper Pumpkin fan club years ago with this other stocking kit. The cutest little idea. It was basically using like a straw, and she might have had maybe a lollipop on the other end. But then I saw Tammy White, another demonstrator, share putting one of these candy cane type tubes, the candy tubes, into it instead. So you want to have some kind of a tube that will go over, or I'm sorry, within your stocking. So now you take your stocking and and we can keep it folded up. Sorry, I should have done that. Let me just keep this folded just so that we have a fun little edging here. But you take and you feed your stocking over the top of this. Now you don't want to do that right away. You actually want to decorate it first. But then if you're a sewer, and I'm not, so you're gonna laugh at my stitching that I did, but you take and you turn this into an animal head. She did a horse, so I did a horse version. Mine is way not as cute as hers. It's so bad, but I'm gonna show it to you anyways. But you could take and turn it into another reindeer if you wanted to, put some antlers on it. Maybe make it into, I don't know, what else is a head on a stick? So take a peek at this. You would need needle and thread. You would need some ribbon, and I used the basic beige stitched ribbon for mine. And then I also used some darker twine from our Basics Essential Pack. Let me show you my version. No laughing, okay? I'm definitely not a seamstress. I am not a sewer. My mother is, but this is my little horsey, and I turned it inside out. So you can turn it inside out. Let's say the red stitching is not floating your boat. It's not something that you like. Well, just take and turn your stocking out, because then you have like a regular seamed stocking anyways, right? Normally the seams are on the inside. So let's just take your pick tool, jam it in there, and now we have another stocking, another option for your stocking. You do not have to have it with the red seaming on the sides, okay? It's a pony, definitely. It's like the ponies that, thanks Debbie, it's like the ponies that, you know, you had as kids that you would take and put in front of you and you'd gallop around the house. So thank you for the name. I called it a horse, but maybe they called them ponies. I don't remember. You like it? Oh, you guys are sweet, because I think it's, okay, look how bad the stitching is, you guys. It's really bad. Anyways, that's my horse. I'm going to show you her horse, okay? Let's go to my computer real quick so you can see. Oops. I want to show you what she did. It was really cool. And this is with the stocking from before. So you can see she had the black mane and a little nose on it. It was super cute. I used Googly Eyes because there's no way I was going to stitch anymore after I did this last night. But you can see the stick inside here. That was another kit we had. So really fun. All right, next. Let's move that one aside and grab the next idea. The next idea. Take your Clorox bleach. Okay, and you want to use a gentle bleach. I do like Clorox. I think that Clorox typically does not make fabric fall apart. I soaked my stocking for about 2 hours last night, and it got white. So if you're not a fan of the naturals colors, soak your stockings in some bleach. It didn't affect the red, you guys. This was crazy, and it's probably because I have a color-safe bleach or something, but it did lighten up all that muslin type color. And now I can take and iron this and, you know, do something on red and white instead of red and dirty. Did I call that color dirty? I'm not a fan of like deep creams and stuff like that. So I love the starkness of whites and blacks. Like I love how they just really make colors pop and stuff. So to me, I would be bleaching all my stockings, and I hope that you like that idea. I didn't do anything with this yet. Probably will for my next set of projects, but right now, just know that you can bleach your stockings. Okay, another idea. And this idea I gained from another person who was on the Paper Pumpkin fan club. You know what? Go on Facebook, you guys. First of all, that's where you can find my page on Facebook. If you're not one of the people watching right now on Facebook, just know that that's where you're at if you are on Facebook. But then once you live on Facebook, just search up Paper Pumpkin Fan Club, request to join, answer the membership questions before you finish your request, and then you can get in and you can see all the ideas. It's amazing. So I don't have the best embossing folder for this. I ordered one, but it didn't come on time. The one that I would recommend, let me see if I can find it. The one that I would recommend, what would that be, Rachel? Let's shop for it. We're gonna shop together. I'm gonna take you to the store here. And if you're interested, you can go to stampyourartout.com, click the shop button. We're gonna go to menu. We're gonna go down to shop products, embossing, not heat embossing, but dry embossing. And oh, this is it. I ordered the Modern Herringbone 3D embossing folder, which I think will give you a really great look for what we're trying to achieve here. Okay, so I used Forever Plaid because I thought that was close to kind of Christmas stocking-ish. And we'll just demonstrate on this piece here. I'm gonna grab some extra grid paper because we're gonna spray it. I have Aussie hairspray, but I think it works with any hairspray. You just take and spray it, and you're gonna let it dry. Gets it a little bit wet. I'll spray both sides here. It's really cool, you guys. And your room smells so good, especially if you're using the Aussie. I think that's why I have Aussie hairspray, because it smells so good. Okay, so we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna bring in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine again. This time we're using the gray plate and just the base plate, because it's a 3D embossing folder. We're gonna take it out of the sleeve here and open up our embossing folder. There we go. Set this up, number one. It's still a little wet here. We might have to give it a few more seconds. In the meantime, let us do some cutting with our trimmer. We're gonna trim up a strip of shaded spruce cardstock. Shaded spruce is the green that you see in the kit. By the way, if you're new to Paper Pumpkin, these kits are just $25 plus tax. The shipping's included in the price. So if you do a month-to-month subscription, it's $25 plus tax. It automatically will ship if you have your credit card in the system, and it ships each month around the 11th, 12th of the month. So then your kit automatically comes to you. Now you can choose which kits you want. You get little peeks beforehand as a subscriber, especially if you're on my blog, a subscription, if you're subscribed to my blog, my website, or the Paper Pumpkin fan club, you're gonna get notices of the peaks of the kits. And so then you can decide, do I want this kit or not based on the peaks? If you don't want it, you suspend your kit. You just go into your account and you click suspend. If you're gonna be gone for a while, you click cancel and then you restart whenever you want. But you don't have to, as a subscriber, you don't have to get a certain number of months. You don't have to commit to a certain number of times. If you're not happy with a kit, you can send it back. Stampin' Up! Wants you to be happy with these kits. Okay, here is my strip that's 1 1/4 inches in height. I'm gonna take my favorite punch, which is the bow punch, and I'm gonna punch some foliage, some leaves from here. You see how I'm punching? I just keep lining it up. And this is like the perfect strip size so that you're not punching out that top little guy right there. So you can get a bunch of fun leaf branches ready to go. And then with your ornaments that you have in the kit, oops, because remember in past videos I've said leaves go with everything. You can put some leaves behind them. That's the green, and now you have green leaves. It's kind of like they're within a wreath or a Christmas tree, right? Okay. Think this might be dry. It is. It's dry. So now we're going to take and sandwich it inside our embossing folder. Crank it on through. It's so cool, you guys. I love this. It's so fun. And now we have an embossed stocking. So if you wanted to add texture, the person who shared that idea with me, and I'm going to go to that blog post. Here it is. So we're going back to that blog post where I shared Beverly's idea, and then this one is from, and I make sure I read this right, Arlene Mantle was Dunham. And so those were her stockings from back then. They were super, super cute, weren't they? So this kit, oh yeah, I made little stocking animals too. This kit was back in November of 2017. So it was a while back when we had stockings before. All right, so there's that idea. I'm gonna bring you back to my desktop because I can see you've disappeared. Hang on. No, you have disappeared. The desk has disappeared. Hang on. Here we come. Okay, I'm going to set this aside and we're going to move on to completing what we need for the project that I'm going to share with you with the embossed stocking. So we've punched out a set of leaves. We've got our ornament with our extra topper. And you'll see on this one that my topper was a little bit narrower. We're going to flip it over. we're going to stamp this time with the stamp that says, and here I'll show you this too, because this little sleeve comes in the kits too, so that you can see what stamps are what, and they line up like that. Okay, so I'm going to be using the one that says from Santa. So we'll use that one, which I've already stuck on my block, my ink pad, ink it up, just tap, 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 stamp it down. And then I'm also going to use the little asterisk looking image like that, or a snowflake, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see here. We'll just stamp that down there. Maybe a couple times. Okay, so there's a little design on the bottom, because I accidentally chose a different tag than the one I have in my finished sample, but that's okay. Let me show you these tags again, or these little ornaments again. Some of them have wider bases. Like for this one here, it has a slightly wider top than maybe like this one here. So that's why I'm saying cut these a little bit wider, because the one that I used is the rounded one. Here is the finished stocking that is embossed. Can't really see it very well. I think what happened is I embossed it when it was too wet. But there's the tag. Here are the leaves. And how did I assemble it? So I took my stocking, folded it down. Then I took my ribbon, and the ribbon that I'm using is the Shaded Spruce satin and sheer ribbon. And I took a length of it about, I want to say maybe 9 inches. Took and did 2 rabbit ears and did an overhand knot with them to get my bow. And then trimmed up the ends. Oops. And trimmed up the end. And then I took a clip. Where are my clips? Here they are. Took one of the clips that comes in the kit. These are like little safety pins. They're really fun. That's the way they look when they're opened up. So you're going to take and you're going to start with your tag. And I'm going to check here. Yeah. So you start with your tag like this with your pointy part in the front. You're going to lift the back front up. Did I do that right? Oh, no, I'm going to go from underneath. I'm going to go from underneath and clip in so that my pointy part of my pin is coming up through the front. Okay, there's my pointy part. Do you see it? Then I'm going to go back, and I think this is where I also grab the ribbon. Yes. So I'm going to grab the ribbon, go through the ribbon. So now I've got my pointy part is still in the front, but I'm going to go back down into the front layer and clip it so that my clippy part hides on the inside. My ribbon is in place. My tag is being held, but it's nice and loose so it can wobble around. You know what? I'm kind of wishing I would have cut this part a little bit narrower. I do like the narrower part up here. I just thought it was too narrow on that one. Anyways, you can choose. And then for this, you just glue dot it on. You see how it's just kind of loosey-goosey, but the ribbon is covering it up. So you just take and add glue dots to the back sides of a couple leaves. Let's do that. These are glue dots. We're going to roll this out. We'll grab a couple here. We'll lift them up and stick them on the back sides of the leaves. And you can use the glue dots that come in the kit, but again, you're going to run out of them. Whoops. There we go. You're going to run out of them because there's not very many in there. They gave you just enough for making the projects that were intended. So you will have to supplement with adhesive for sure in this kit if you're going to do alternates. Okay, so we're tucking that under the bow, and then we're having our little leaf thingy coming off and out from there. So Really simple, cute way to make quick stockings that are embossed, right? Of course, this one's not embossed, but the same idea, right? Okay, so there's that. And the last idea that I have for you is cards. So I hope you got a lot of inspiration with the actual stockings, of things that you can do with the stockings. Now let's do some cards. Let's say stockings just are not your thing. Well, we have these beautiful brushed gold envelopes and cards that you can buy from the online store. Instant card bases, because you don't get a lot with this kit. You get the sheet of ornaments, you get the sheet of tags. So there's not a lot of paper products. You're going to have to supplement if you want to make some cards. Let's take and grab the blue. And, oh gosh, which ornament have we not used yet? So we have 1, 2. We haven't used one of these. So let me do one with that. We'll do this one with that. And we're going to bring in one of the branches because we want to accent that green a little bit. Now I could use the shaded spruce ink because, you know, you can buy any of these colors in ink pads too from the online store. But I did stick with, you guys are going to be proud of me, I stuck with the Poppy Parade throughout this whole video. I didn't add in any inks. I do love the contrast that the red gives against all the other papers. So let's take and open this up. We're going to use the Filled with Joy again. We're going to take our little part of our tag that has the hole. Do you see that down here? You can even punch this out if you can't see it, but there's the hole part. And that's going to be down in the lower left corner of our card. Our ornament is going to sit about here. So that means we have some room to stamp. Let's not stamp on the tag yet with our sentiment, but let's use some fun stamps from the kit that, where did my sheet go? Here it is. Some fun stamps from the kit, these little border stamps here. I'm going to use the squiggly wiggly one. So we're going to take that one, ink up our stamp, and this time I'm going to stamp it a little bit more centered. The one that I finished, you're going to see that it was a little bit off, but we're going to try to center this one a bit more. Stamp that down in the vanilla space. Oh, I did well on that. Okay. So you're creating just a little bit more design on the ornaments this way. We'll do the same thing across the lower vanilla area here. And now we have some extra design on our ornaments. That's what those are for. That's what they're intended for. Okay, then we're going to put this piece onto some vellum because this background is kind of busy. So I took some vellum, which Stampin' Up! Does not sell right now. I don't know why, but you can get it in the Amazon listing of products that I have in my favorite extras. So if you go to my website, again, stampyourartout.com, you go to shop, go down to my favorite extras, you're gonna see some vellum that is very comparable to the type of vellum that Stampin' Up! Used to carry if you ran out. So I'm just choosing a piece that is, I hope they bring it back. It's like one of those staple products. It is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. And that is going to layer onto the front of our card just to calm down some of the gold that's going to be right next to the tag. So now we're going to take the tag. We're just going to take some adhesive. I like the tape runner adhesive seal when I'm using vellum. And I'm going to stick this on top. Now, any adhesive that you put under your vellum, if it's not hidden by something, it's going to show through. So we're going to be careful to make sure that none of our adhesive, I thought this was tilted, that none of our adhesive is coming through and showing on the front. We have grid paper. Let's just use that. Okay, everything's straight. There we go. There we go, Rachel. Grid paper helps to line things up. Now we have that on there. We're going to take our punch. We're going to add that with some extra dimensionals. Remember, I said you're going to need extras, and they disappeared on me. They're here somewhere. Oh, here they are. Okay, so I'll just grab a couple extra dimensionals, put those on the back side, peel off the release paper, And we have to imagine where this will fit. I'm going to use one of the topper, ornament toppers that come with the kit. So actually, let's add that on first. Grab the glue dot. Stick that halfway down. Peel off the backing. Fold it over and stick this on. Okay, now our ornament is full height. We can place that onto our card so that the top and bottom are centered between the top and bottom of the vellum, and so that the ornament does not go beyond the vellum. Then we can take this branch piece and we can add it with some glue. Again, that's when the precision tip bottle comes in handy. Do you see that glue holder? Buy 3, get 1 free at the Country Hive. They have, this is the last day of that sale, it's the 20th. And then they'll have some other special for the last half of the month. Okay, so I've got glue on the back side. I'm just gonna take that and tuck that underneath, like that. And now we can take and stamp. Filled with Joy, we'll stamp that down here. We'll lift this whole thing up. We're gonna add dimensionals on the back side. Now we have dimensionals right in this spot here. So if you're going to put dimensionals in that area, you might want to put like half dimensionals just in those 2 corners so that they're not doubled over onto this section here. Oh my gosh, we have sun coming through, you guys. It's snowing and it's sunny. Sorry about the glare we just had. Okay. It is so crazy that they retired the vellum. Okay, so now we have adhesive in all the 4 corners. And hey, we may as well go a little further out on these too. And as long as it's under the white area, you're not going to see it from the front. There is the end result on that. I have been creating with these paper pumpkin kits, you guys, since March of 2013. That's when Paper Pumpkin first started. So if you have any past kits that have not floated your boat, I say that a lot. If you have any past kits that you're just not a fan of, I encourage you to go check out my past Paper Pumpkin posts on my blog so you can see what I've created with these kits. I have always wanted my customers, my subscribers, my team members to enjoy Paper Pumpkin. There's another version where you take and you put the branch over the top. So that's why I've always created with these kits, because I think that kits are an awesome crafting tool. I mean, I can't say enough good things about kits. Here we go. There's another one. Here, and here's a couple pink versions. Let's bring in those stockings again. So we have all of these goodies that we made. We have our funny little horsey. Oops, we got to zoom out a bit more. Oh, wrong one. Which window am I touching, Rachel? That one. Okay, so there's that. We have our non-embossed and our embossed stockings. Okay, we have our inside out stocking. We have our bleach stocking. We have our little hats. We have our, we'll just put this guy in. And we have our little reindeer head, which, oh, you can't see him because my head's in the way. There we go. Thank you for sharing, Joyce. I appreciate when you like, you subscribe, you comment, you share. Thank you so much for sharing. I am going to refer you to a couple other posts on my blog. Let's see here. Let's go over there really quickly, and then we'll come back to the table because we have prizes to do, you guys. So this one was also from that time. There's the, oops, sorry, Dizzy. There's my little mini hat that I did back then, and I put some chocolates inside. Here are candles and then the coffee, little 4-ounce coffee cups with faces on them. So they look like little snowmen with hats. And I think that's it. So Cute stuff, right? So that's where I went for my initial inspiration. But I mean, I have another idea for sure that I'm going to share with these stockings. But the stockings themselves, you guys, they're just so cute. Now, if you are a subscriber, if you have an active subscription, I do want to tell you this, that you can go to the Stampin' Up! Store. We're just going to click on menu, go down to shop, go to kits, paper pumpkin, and refills, pasts, and more. If you go here, any and all this stuff is available for purchase. These are dies that have coordinated with past kits. These are refills for past kits that don't have stamps and ink. That's what a refill is. And I believe tomorrow is when the refill for this kit will land in the online store. So it won't have the stamps and ink, but if you are in the mood for getting lots more stockings and tags, then you can get refill kits if you have an active subscription. So you just go to your, oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that, Lisa. You just go to paperpumpkin.com and start a subscription there. Now, if you, again, do not have a demonstrator, I invite you to use my personalized link, which is in the description of the video to get that. We have prizes. You guys want to do some prizes? Prizes and announcements. So let me bring in last week's prizes. We had, oh my gosh, I just looked at my background again. I looked at it before we started the video, and then I'm like, oh, I got to remind them. Okay, so do you see what's behind me? Pretty much nothing. My green wall. We're in the midst of doing some remodel in my craft room. I have been wanting more slots for paper for the longest time. And if I get Stampin' Storage paper holders, they don't sell them in black. They sell them natural and they sell them painted white. And I do not want to go through the work of spray painting and then painting all of my, well, I think I stuck with just spray painting, but I was spray painting them all black, and it takes a long time, and then, you know, just the messiness of the garage and all of that. So I invested in a white calyx unit from IKEA. And we are going with white inserts now. We're going to just redo this. I think it's going to brighten up the room a little bit more too. I do love black and white, as you guys know. But I think having the white holders back there will be stunning. So I took advantage of Stampin' Storage's sale. They have a sale going on right now, so you'll want to check it out. But yeah, I have some paper inserts coming, little paper holders, and they're going to fill up all of those little holes there. And you're going to see lots more papers behind me. Okay, prizes. Let's go to the desktop again really quick. And where did I go? Here I am. Okay. So these were the prizes that we had from last time: a sampler of glimmer papers from a variety of different packs that Stampin' Up! Has, and either a big or small blending brush. So these After Live winners get to have these prizes. If you are the person whose name I call out and show, please reach out to me at stampyourartout@comcast.net so that I can send you your prize. If you are somebody who is say from not from the US, then you'll want to make sure, oh, there she is, Barbara McLeod. You are the winner from Facebook comments. If you're not in the US, but I think that's why it made me think of that, because she's from Canada, you can pick a tutorial as your prize, because I can email you a prize, I just can't send you product legally. But then we also have D. Tasler from YouTube, the After Live commenters. So thank you so much, and congratulations to both of you. For today's prizes, we have, let me bring you back to the desktop here so you can see these. For today's prizes, we have packs of envelopes, which everybody can use at Christmas time, right? So I have packs of envelopes, and then your choice of either the pastel adhesive back sequins or the iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. So you get to have some goodies for making pretty cards, okay? That's going to help when you do alternate projects. We can always use extra embellishments and extra envelopes. So the winners that Trisha just called out, yay! Oh my gosh, Trisha, we just timed that perfectly. The winners are Holly Paplow and Judith Patrick. Congratulations to both of you. You are the winners. Make sure that you reach out to me at stampyourartout@comcast.net so that you can claim your prize. What else do I want to tell you before we go? Oh, announcements. We always have announcements. So let's go to those. The Country Hive, I told you about their sale. It's continuing on. Check that out. Stampin' Storage is having a holiday sale. And the new publications for Stampin' Up! Are coming out soon. Demonstrators, we are so excited because a lot of us put in pre-orders. That's basically ordering ahead of everyone else just yesterday. And so my stuff is coming tomorrow. I 2-day shipped it instead of overnighted it. And so I'm really anxious. I wish I would have overnighted it now. But it's coming tomorrow. And then on Friday, if you're back for my special extra live, because I'm doing 2 videos per week, sometimes 2 of them being lives. But if you come back on Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time, we're going to be doing a mystery stamping project. And along with that, I'm going to do a box opening. I'm going to show you new products. It's going to be an extra long live. The mystery stamping will come at the beginning for those of you that want to know when I'm doing what. So you come and you get ready. You want to be in your craft room. And then we create together. I give you clues is what we call them. Thank you, Sharon Armstrong, for this idea. You get clues and you follow written directions to make what you think is the end game product, or project, I should say. It's going to be a card, and it's going to be vertical. So I hope that you join us. It's going to be a fun-filled type of card. It's going to be amazing. And then at the last half of that video, we are going to do a box opening. So you're going to see new products that are going to be available to all of you come January 7th. So there's things from the upcoming mini catalog, celebration products. There are going to be some online exclusives. And I'll tell you, I ordered a lot. So I have a lot to show you. It is going to be fun. Yes. And by the way, if you are a channel supporter, a supporting member of my channel, and let's just give a shout out of thanks to all of them. Oopsie, make sure that I put this in here. There we go. If you're a supporting member, we are going to do a special live at the end of the month on November 30th. And I did a vlog. Do you guys know what a vlog is? It's basically where you blog, but it's in video format. And I'm going to do another one of those today, later on, like about in an hour, because I have a team live to do first. But I'm going to show you some other things going on with my crafting space. So I hope that you join me. And that's it. I think that's it, you guys. I can't think of anything else that I need to tell you about. I hope that you have fun. And remember that all the links are in the description of the video. My blog post is going to go live around 3-ish. And so just give me some time to take those photos. I'm hoping for 3. Don't hold me to it, but I'll put it up as soon as I can. And that's it. We'll see you next week on Wednesday. If you're just a Wednesday person, that's the 27th at 11 a.m. Central Time for my next class. Or I will see you even sooner on Friday, November 22nd at 10 a.m. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, all of you, for coming and tuning in. All right, now I'd like y'all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.